Cool. We ready?
Yep.
Oh, my clicker's not working.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Taking One for the Team meeting, where we've decided to ISO theme with non.
And cue applause.
Yeah!
Woo!
Yes! Hosted by us. So, for those of you who don't know, this is Hannah. She's Eric's CA, and she also does all of our mad marketing stuff.
Mm-hmm. And this is Caitlin, our BFF, our best financial friend.
We've just done a little ode to Non because I bought a wig that cost too much for one night only.
And my dress slash shirt arrived 2.5 weeks late. And as you can see, it's really great quality.
It's probably a good idea you didn't get to wear that one.
Oh. So, we just did a post in announcements. So we're going to have a bit of fun today and give out some awards. However, we had one spare pin.
So all you have to do is check announcements channel. If you want to put a little bid in, you too can, for no real, you don't have to be best dressed, you don't have to be MVP. You can just own one of these by paying your way.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is whoever wins can nominate a charity and we'll donate that to charity and you can wear this pin forevermore.
So comment in announcements in the thread. Anything that's posted in there will not be counted. Oh, you already made me one. Aren't they on the thread? Amazing.
The plot thickens.
Work stuff? Can I do it in work stuff?
Oh, no, because then Sydney and...
Can you put it in work stuff, Kalea? Okay, so new plan. New plan is that Kalea, our saviour, is going to post it in work stuff. So
this is why we're not allowed to be in charge of anything.
yeah, this is why I wasn't an admin before today. All right, ready?
Yep. So we have newbies of the month, and this is Clancy who did win newbie of the year.
Hey, pipe down and back.
So is Scott here? Come on up! Yeah!
Hello.
I'll be your clicker.
Awesome. Cool.
Unless you want to do it.
No, go for it. Got some awesome new people who've started with us this month, so let's get right into it. Firstly, we've got Georgia Samut, Social and Community Manager in Sydney. Next up is Dinesh Nair, Senior Project Manager in Canberra. We've got Ritika Java, Project Manager in Sydney. Amy Young here in Melbourne as our Senior Front-End Developer. And last but not least, we've got Sharif Laban, Experience Designer here in Melbourne also.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
One last thing I just would say on the recruitment front, as we're getting towards the end of the year, people start to think, oh, what's next year looking like? Obviously, Isobar is an awesome place to work. So if you have any friends who, you think might be looking next year, put them in touch with me. I'm happy to have an exploratory chat with them, whether they're a developer, designer, project manager, whatever it may be. Put them in touch and we can go from there. All right, thanks everyone.
Okay, we've got our first post-non award. So we have Best Accidental Twins / Triplets, and the nominees are...
No, that's for the winner. Save that for the winner.
Tom, Pankaj and Matt. In the middle we have, and I couldn't get a photo of them all together, Siobhan, Izzy and Hannah. And then third but not finally, definitely finally, this is the last one, Tilt, Steve and Sam. And the winner is...
Woo! Drum roll.
Tilt, Steve, Sam. So Steve, you need to come and get this pin. Sam, you should have one coming to you courtesy of Mel, I think in Sydney. There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, yeah. We might need to work on those claps, but yeah. Isogos. So there was a fair bit of goss from Non. Not a lot we could talk about, but this is the PG versions. Well, not all non-goss, but yeah. Innovation Champions. The Innovation Champion program is sponsored by the Innovation Council. Whoa, who knew that? It's Dan-wide, brings together various team members across to learn about the tools and mindsets that help them be more collaborative and enable innovative work to happen. And these are all of the recent grads from the program.
Straight into a bit of goss. Rowdy Sydney. I mean, we couldn't actually get a good photo at when they actually
Didn't want to
finished.
give us a photo.
But we're just assuming that there's lots of them in there. The Sydney crew was fly in, fly out party time straight from non into Sunday. So big clap for them. Stamina.
Didn't they also, they went over to they got kicked out of the hotel and then they kicked on at the
Cricket pitch next door
cricket,
to the hotel. And then the guy who was in charge of the first game of cricket kicked them off to go back to the hotel.
And
again.
it was the young, like, under 12s or something playing. And this is Connor's. I mean, I don't know how many of you knew who he actually was.
He
but
loves that game. Loves that game. Who am I?
Go. He told me I was uncultured because I didn't know.
Brad's flight of shame. So this is great because not only did Brad wear his outfit home the next day, but he also had to pay excess baggage fees, given he was there for a night.
Or nothing. Sam Bruno. So I got a message from Sam a couple of days before Non saying I need to fly home earlier. And the way that it was that there was about 4 people on the same booking reference number as Sam. And he's like, I need to change my flight. And I said, okay, that's fine. Whatever you do, don't change everyone else's flight. I said, if in doubt, call them. And yep, he was like, changed his flight and apparently changed everyone else's. So 3 of the Sydney people were actually stuck in Melbourne for 24 hours with no clean underwear. And they were some of the party crew that finished Sunday morning.
You
Good
have
one,
to finish
Sam.
Sunday morning if that happens, right? Lydia's makeup artist fail. I mean, it's up for interpretation what was ending up happening there, but she had savvy negotiation skills and managed to get a refund. So sorted it out herself and looked much, much better. You could get into that.
And lucky you brought your own makeup. So I don't know if any of you guys met Dan from Adobe. He was one of our special guests of the night. He received a text message the next day saying that he had a lifetime ban from Circus. No one really knows what he did.
Or how they got his phone number.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a shout out to
This is recent.
to Honey and Tom last night who got in a street fight on my behalf at netball. Thanks very much, guys, for having my back.
And this one's super cute. Surprise, Kevin. You and Cyril have been BFFs for 10 years. And I quote, I know it's not as important as people getting a new house or having a baby, haha, but if you can squeeze it in, I would be really happy. So consider it squeezed. Okay, so second award, best non-fail. We have already heard all of the non-fails. Connors, Lids, Brad, and Sammy Bruno. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I think there's a clear winner.
Such a clear winner. High impact, really full on. Lots
Most
of
amount of
involved.
people. And the winner is?
You guys are terrible at this. More drum roll. Yes.
Sammy Bruno. And the photo on the right here is obviously before they all found out that they were going to be stranded. So Sammy, you should have a pin coming to you now somehow. I don't remember who was meant to do this section.
You're starting.
This is me. Okay, so step up the work and stuff because there's just other stuff
Misc.
involved in this. So Isobar. Have you ever asked yourself, How can Isobrew get any better? And when is it my time to be immortalised on a beer?
How,
Well,
Hannah? How?
The time is now. Everyone, fill out the form. It's been posted lots. There hasn't been that many responses. All you have to do is agree and give us your best one-liner on yourself. Jeremy, why are you making that face when you're walking sideways?
What if I don't know what to put on as my one-liner?
Well, okay, so I've put a bit of thought into this, and I feel like the Ask Vish channel needs a bit of a resurrection. So, yeah, post on there if you don't know.
Get your face on a beer bottle. Awesome. So this is a fun one. Over the last few weeks, there's been a new feature in Mumatu that the guys have been working on to find out what else has been happening the same day as your family special moments. So back catalogue of about 80 years, which is full on. Writing that content took up about a quarter of the office, which is absolutely outrageous. Written by a whole group of bloody legends. Big shout out to Team Sonic, also to... Oh yeah.
Woo! We were going to clap at the end, guys, but yeah.
Also a shout out to Rosalie, who was on the tools until 1 a.m. And a general hats off to Team Radicchio for smashing out the design and build. Special shout out to Niraj, Freya, Henry, Hilmani, Luke and Helen for putting in the extra hours to get it done. Woohoo!
So the perfect candidate has been a finalist for the best data storytelling at Spikes Asia and has also won the winner for the best thought leadership campaign at the Golden Targets, which is apparently Australia's biggest PR award.
Woo! And then Concerto, a cloud-based BI tool. These guys went from brief to launch in 2 weeks. Complete rebrand, brand guidelines, tone of voice, new website and go-to-market campaigns. So big shout out to those guys. Woo-hoo!
And I think Lydia went to a fun thing and is going to tell us about it.
Woo!
Okay, I will make it snappy. So Annie and I on Tuesday went to a conference called Progressing Gender Equality in Advertising, and it was run by RMIT in conjunction with Women's Health Victoria. So basically what was going on is 2 big papers were launched, I guess, in conjunction with RMIT and a few other companies. And it was all about sexism in advertising, both within agencies and also with the work that's produced. Super fun stuff, you know. So these reports we actually got given, so they will be available in the Isobar library. But then there's also a link if you want to read up any of it online as well. So these are some of the people that were in the room. We can circulate this later and you can look them up, but they're all doing really cool stuff within the industry. So, gender inequality in advertising is a key driver to violence against women. So, exposure to sexualised images of women leads both women and men to have a diminished view of women's competence, morality and humanity. So, pretty full-on stuff, and it's probably, when I heard both of those quotes, I was like, far out, like it really is in our hands as far as how the public perceives themselves and what's out there. So what is sexist advertising? So this is a definition that's specifically around women, but it does also obviously fit in within all genders and within the whole spectrum. So it's gender-based discrimination and vilification, gender roles and stereotypes, unrealistic and unhealthy body ideals, sexualisation, and objectification, and the representation of violence. So, what does that look like? It looks like this. But what could it look like? It could look like this. I'll go back and forth a bit. Oh, fine. Look at the change. Okay, that was it. Cool.
Thanks, Lydia. Jono, do you want to come up and help me with this one? So prepared. Into the microphone, Jono.
Thank you. You're doing a great job, ladies. Can I just say it's great to have a second-year anniversary. Well, I've been here for 2 years, man.
That was in like February. I'm coming up to 3.
I have. But it explains why I don't know
Pause.
anyone.
Sorry, yeah.
Anyway, I'm not sure what happens next, but I think it's about
We're saying thank you.
thanking a whole bunch of people that made not happen, and I probably got a chance on the night, but there's always one or two I forget, so they've been listed. It's 3 weeks ago, and we've spoken before, some of the guys in our team, it's a long road to get there. It's generally a magnificent night, and it's always great to have people comment after the night and people catch up with the videos after the night because there's a lot going before their eyes. But then it's over, and then people go back to work, the corporate moths fly in.
Why did you look at me just then?
Yeah, but it stays in our hearts, and it's always a great thing. And so it's good to have this chance to recognise a whole bunch of people that had a hell of a lot to do with the staging of the event, everything that happened on the night, everything that led up to the night, everything that happened after the night, including the after party. Had a fair bit to do with the look on the night, and had a whole lot to do with the video production on the night. And I think you guys hopefully would agree that the videos this year were good times. And it's a hell of a task because, people go, what are you going to do this year? Last year was so good. Well, if we started to think too much about it, we'd all collapse and disappear. But we didn't. So, great team. Couldn't do it without them. Great to be up here. And thank you so much for all your support and joy. And I hope I can enjoy another 2 years ahead.
Jono, just before you go, so the non-team and I, we decided that, because, we don't get pins, but we wanted to honour you with a special award for your service to non, because now that Connors is gone, you are actually the only one who has been to every one of them. Yeah. You know what it is.
Thank you, and that's fantastic. It's a beautiful little icon that began last year. We've always had awards, but this particular year is one that I really wanted to, be part of. And thank you so much. This means a lot. And as I've said to people, when I do leave this joint, and I won't be accessible online because I live an offline kind of life, I'll be somewhere in the wilderness with a shovel and a badge.
Well done. Thanks, Jono. On the non-topic, before we go any further, I just wanted to touch on people who might feel uncomfortable by that social situation. So I had a couple of people approach me throughout non to say, I kind of want to come, but I also kind of don't because that kind of situation overwhelms me and I don't know who I'm going to be sitting next to. I just want to let you know that we can cater for that. So if you're feeling particularly uncomfortable about that, feel free to reach out to any one of the non-team and we can sit you with some friends so that you have fun. Yep. Oh, yeah, this was a slide for Jono. And these were the only 2 photos I could find of him from the night, so good on you, pal.
Next up, we have another nomination for Best Dancer. Now, the dance floor was hot. It was going off all the way through until 5 a.m. So we've got a few nominations.
First one.
First one's Eric.
What would it look like if it was done right?
So this is Troy showing how that should be done. And then this is Eric showing how his interpretation of it. Next up, we have Sid, who blew my mind.
I just want to say the second best thing about this photo is your face. You are into it.
Mind blowing. And the third one's Honey, who I've never seen such hectic dancing for so long.
Did you leave the dance floor? Didn't think so.
And she wasn't even sweaty. Like it held it together.
Were you wearing natural fibres?
And so there can only be one winner this time. So let's get a drum roll. And the winner is Sid. Where is he?
Wait.
Sid, where are you? Come up here.
There's a little
We
video.
got a small video. Best dancer.
Nothing. Just rock on. Keep rocking on.
Next up, we have Eric.
Oh, fuck. I thought you got rid of that photo.
Oh, shit.
Surely that's inappropriate.
Thank God he's not here. That's better.
Welcome to the Eri Han Lin transparency update. It's our thruple name, in case you couldn't realise that.
Okay,
So Eric is off sick today.
That's some cold shade. So we asked him what we need to say, and because we can't really remember all that stuff all the time, we're just going to read it.
Yeah.
So fucking cash-wise, we thought it was going to be a bloody disaster, but it turns out it's only mildly shit. So that's a cracking effort. Sydney were extra legends, so give him a beer or 6, mate.
We got some pretty fucking awesome news that we aren't really ready to talk about yet, but
should
it
have
won't be
rehearsed this.
long. So settle down, or maybe don't even say that. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yep. Great.
Lauren H is a superstar, and the industry agrees, and we should all be more like Lauren, especially me, like Eric. But not much else except Ryan bought an identical watch to me, so now we're BFFs, and it's official!
Woohoo! Oh wait. Can you please very earnestly ask everyone to please take some time on Mental Health Day to look after themselves? It matters to make the effort in the least bogan way possible, please, Titch. Yeah, cool. Hope he's proud.
Then we got
This
best
is
dressed.
yours.
Best dressed. So this is as voted by the people. So it got sent out on Slack. Everyone could send through who they thought was the best dressed, and we've got 3 nominations for the final award. Final award of the day.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-dun.
So the nominees are Gus, Amelia, and Ryan, all with exceptional interpretations of colour. And the winner is all of you. You all get a pin.
We should have written on the... You got to come up. Yeah. He'd like to thank his mum.
Gus can do the talking.
Oh.
I'll be looking at the envelope too.
I'd also just like to say that someone else from Sydney who's currently left was also in that top number, Henry Hill, but he leaves, so he doesn't get a pin. All right. Now...
I think we find this way funnier than the rest of you finds this.
Okay, so we've only had 7 bids.
Should we wait a little bit longer?
Yeah. The final bid is by Mars in Sydney for $48.
That's pretty
okay,
good.
While we wait, we're going to give you a couple more minutes and I'm going to tell some jokes because we're like half hour early.
So if you want the jokes to stop, put a bid in.
Caitlin,
Yes, Hannah.
What is Bruce Lee's favourite drink?
I don't know, what is Bruce Lee's favourite drink? We've got 7 replies now, that's better.
Caitlin,
Yes, Hannah?
what is the first rule of Alzheimer's Club?
Go on.
Don't talk about chess club.
These are stickier than usual.
A sheep, a drum, and a snake all fell off a cliff. Ba-dum-ts. How many votes do we have?
Oh, shit, it's going up. We're on $69 with Pritch.
Oh, good on you, Pritch.
Do one more and then we'll see if it jumps any more.
I don't know how I'm going to choose. Can I have 2 more?
Okay, 2 more.
Why shouldn't you fart in an Apple store?
This is so not appropriate for team meeting. Go on.
Because they don't have windows.
That's terrible. Oh, okay, go on, wrap it up. Last one.
Okay, one more. What did the janitor say when he came out of the closet?
What did the janitor say when he came out of the closet?
Supplies!
And that's a wrap, and that means we have a winner, and the winner is... Oh!
Pritch!
No, it's not. Wait.
Refresh.
Oh! We're on $89 with Julia. $100 with Honey! We're going to go live for 1 minute and see if we can
Right.
pump this baby up.
And
$101.
we're gonna cut it off in 10,
9,
8,
7, 6.
But then it's not fair for Sydney and Perth and Canberra. Okay.
Did you just outbid yourself, Julia?
All right. Someone from Sydney has 10 seconds to bid, or we are going to do a live auction. And Canberra. And Perth watches this back, actually, now that I think about it. Sorry, I'm really sorry, Perth.
Not your best work.
We love you. All right, it's going to live auction.
We have $112 with Julia, $112.
Yeah! Do we have 115? No, this is live auction, man. Sit back. Sit down. So the person who wins the bid gets to choose the...
We have a Sydney bid in.
Oh, shit. Okay.
$115.
All right, Marquis, we'll keep it going.
Anyone else? You know what? I reckon we do Guru of the Month and
Guru of
come
the
back.
month. Okay, I think Sam, the lovely Sam, is coming up to do it.
Thank you.
You have until the end of Guru of the Month to bid.
Do you want this, Sam?
Thanks. For those of you who are new and have never been to team meeting and know what Guru of the Month is, it's a chance where we get to award and thank each other for living the Isobar values. They're up on the back of the wall. I won't read them out. I've been told to make this meeting snappy so people can get out and enjoy their long weekend. Annie had to go home sick, so apologies, you have me. So the first person, yes. What you win is values on the back of the wall. You can read them. They're on the screen. For the other offices, if you can't see the screen, it's be excellent to each other, respect the craft, make it happen, give a damn, and no bullshit. And what you win is a $150 Prezi card that you can spend on anything. And the nominations are, so the first one is, these are all the people that have been nominated. Ready? So the first person is Alex Smith. Woo! Experienced designer from Melbourne. In a team as large as Jetstar, there's a lot of different projects and people coming and going, and it can often feel a little frantic and frenzied. Because of this, it's important to have people you can count on to help you stay grounded and focused and creating the best work we can, even when it feels like it's not going to happen. Alex is that person. She is the beating heart of the Jetstar design team, always exhibiting the highest standard of work in the most delightful manner. Every day, she exhibits qualities way beyond her title or years. Alex always takes the time to make sure her clients and peers are on the same page and invests time into rectifying things if it's not the case. She consistently can be relied on to think of new ideas on a tricky problem, and will always dedicate the time to making sure she can help you with it. Not to mention her rapport with the clients is something to be envied. It is a genuine pleasure to get to work alongside Alex every day and be around her lovely demeanor. It is a privilege to be able to learn from her and see her become a better designer every day. Give this girl a gong. The next nominee is Andy, Senior Project Manager in Melbourne. Andy is an all-round stellar human being. The WorkSafe project has been a beast with an ever-changing schedule and high client expectations. Andy is calm, organized, and always up for a laugh. He has been a perfect foil for a team of opinionated people and busy working to tight deadlines. Never phased, always supportive. And we love seeing that glint in his eye when it looked like a chain request was on the horizon. Game on. We have complete trust in him and love having him PM the hell out of us. Congratulations. Next, we have Brad Carpenter in Perth, experienced designer. Last month, Brad was given a design sprint for INX software to redesign a product used by risk managers, which was not gaining traction in the market. Brad kept saying to us, "I'm just making shit up," but he absolutely owned it and gained complete trust and confidence from the client. Brad built a prototype which produced a heap of insights and provided a direction to the client on where to go next to continue exploring and developing their product. Brad, you're all right. Next, we have Dan Treichel, hopefully I said that right, Treichel, Senior Experience Designer in Sydney. Dan has been excellent, representing the EXD craft everywhere. He went to Canberra to work on ActShoot, then came back and ran design sprints for Transport of New South Wales, now has kicked off a brand new client in Sydney. He hasn't had much time to breathe at all and taking this all in stride. With the limited time he has had to prep for multiple workshops and interviews, he preps for them, facilitates well, even with curveballs from difficult stakeholders, and still working those posts. It's with ease and confidence. Well done, Dan. And next we have Freya in Melbourne, Senior Copywriter. Freya has been doing an incredible job of leading a bloody huge copywriting task for the Dream Team. Over the last couple of months, Freya has single-handedly led one of the biggest content jobs we've ever had. With literally thousands of pieces of content to write under a tight deadline, Freya fearlessly stepped up in the ring to make it happen. There are a lot of people involved with this job, and Freya has been patient and careful in making sure everyone is writing beautifully and taking the time to oversee every single piece of work and offering support and advice along the way. She made copywriters out of all of us. But Freya hasn't just led the project, she's been in the trenches getting her hands dirty too. She's writing, reviewing, she's teaching, and boy has she been tolerating. She's made this work as easy as possible for us to get it right. We are beyond lucky to have her. And the last nomination is Sam Bruno, front-end lead in Canberra. Sammy B is the manifestation of all Isobar's value in a singular human form. Sammy has been leading and mentoring both Isobar and Actra AGL's Fed team across multiple challenging streams of work. The clients love him and are continuously commenting on his ability to always go above and beyond. More than that, he always has the time to help everyone across the business and genuinely cares about the people, the work, and the culture. But there can only be one winner.
I feel like can I just add something to Sammy Bruno's? So I don't know if you guys know, but Sam Bruno is the person who does all the Eric emojis. And I feel like that also deserves a mention. He likes to hide behind the mask, but I'm calling you out.
There can only be one winner. Can we have a drum roll? It's Freya. Does anyone know if Freya is here today? She's not here. Okay, so we'll put this on her desk for her. Do you guys need to announce the winner of?
Mate, it's heating up.
Whew, I just
Gotten
been
real
watching
steamy
this over
up in here.
So many fire emojis happening.
I reckon we might have maxed out.
I think so. I think it's been...
That is like 10 times what I thought we were going to get. This is incredible.
It's been 1 minute. I feel like that's pretty safe. So the winner
And
of
1
the
million
pin-
emojis.
Yeah, how many? I can't do maths. So the winner is, for this great extra pin for no particular...
Oh! Far out. I didn't see this coming.
This is so intense.
This is intense.
I'm actually sweating underneath
When I-
this polyester. Okay. Fuck. Okay. 10 seconds, we're closing it. We're going to count down, everyone. Ready? 10,
10, 9,
8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Let me refresh.
And I know you can all tell who's won. All right. But holy moly.
And the winner is Canberra.
Woo! $350.
Fucking hell.
Hey,
I think
Chad.
they all pulled to this. They want one colour each.
Chad, who do you guys want to donate the money to? Have you worked
They
it out?
can't answer.
Mate, they're slacking like it's going out of fashion.
We'll post it. Anyway, we'll post this and we'll post who the money for the charity's going to. But everyone enjoy your long weekend. And we'll